Officer in charge.
Good morning, everybody. Really, it's really thanks very much for all coming out. Better than I was late. But I have the excuse of being in the country and all this service. I obviously so thanks very much for coming. And we have members of the council around here today. I'm very proud to say that. I'm very out to the houses too. And without Jim Hammer, we'll give a little address. We won't be much. Thank you very much, everybody. Well, we have the grannies of Peader Clancy to let you in first, before that we can go ahead. Here. Go ahead. And Eugene Clancy. Now we will have a minute's silence in memory of the dead. Day forever, not in day. No chilling things for that. Thank you. The people would like to move in a bit and they hear it.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me on the road?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I called the Gael. Tá áhasar an seo you ag an comóra seo do Conor Clune, Dick McGee agus Peader Clancy. Agus freisin tá áhasar an fáilte chur rih John, great grandniece of Peader Clancy, agus Eugene, great grandnephew, great grandniece and great grandnephew. Tá fáilte roiid an seo, agus ní raibh sibh an seo hena bíon, he wasn't here before, ach tá sibh an seo inniu, you're here today. So tá áhasar. Ladies and gentlemen, Conor Clune, Peader Clancy, Dick McGee, who were they? Conor Clune was a Clare man. He was a volunteer in the IRA down there, and he was fairly active, but he didn't come to Dublin for any IRA business. He came to Dublin that day to audit the books of his creamery with the IAOS here. And he stayed in Vaughan's Hotel, and on that particular night Michael Collins had a meeting there. It was November the 20th, 1920, planning the operation he had in mind for those people who were in Dublin here informing on IRA people. So they were there, and during the meeting the hotel was raided, and the IRA people, Peader Clancy, Dick McGee got away, but he was arrested. Later on that night, Dick McGee was picked up and Peader Clancy. Now Conor Clune and Peader Clancy were brought here to the guard room in Dublin Castle. Now, Dick McGee was brigadier of the Dublin Brigade IRA, and he was very active man. And Peader Clancy was vice brigadier. Now, actually, Dick McGee helped to get Dan Breen safe away from Drumcondra in Professor Carline's house. Dan Breen got away badly wounded, but Professor Carline was killed. And Peader Clancy was a co-partner in the Republican Outfitters in Talbot Street in Dublin, and outside that, Sean Tracy from Tipperary was actually ambushed and by British forces and killed there outside the Outfitters department in Talbot. Now, at this time, there was a lot of spies here in Dublin, and they were informing on IRA people in October 1920, and 17 IRA people were killed during that month from information given from these informers. Dan Breen was nearly killed in Drumcondra. Sean Tracy eventually was killed in Talbot Street. There were 16 others killed besides Sean Tracy. Michael Collins saw it was either kill or be killed, or the IRA would be finished in Dublin if he didn't get those people who were informing the British forces. They were called the Cairo Gang, and they stayed in apartments and houses around Dublin. And Collins planned to kill them on Bloody Sunday, November the 21st, 1920. It wasn't called Bloody Sunday then. He planned to kill them on the 21st of November. Now, after that meeting that I told you about, where Conor Clune was captured and the others were later picked up and brought here, on the morning of the 21st of November, Collins' squad came and shot those spies in their apartments and in their houses and got rid of them because it was either the end of the IRA or the end of the Cairo gang, and Collins took the step of finishing the Cairo gang. Now the next morning, during that day, after that, Croke Park happened. There was a reprisal in Croke Park. The Tans and British forces came there and shot 12 people in Croke Park, including Michael Hogan from Grange Muckler, County Tipperary. Now, they were incensed, the British forces, because their people were murdered by Collins and killed. When I wouldn't say murdered, they were shot in a war, they were killed, and they were incensed with anger. They had 3 prisoners here. Now, they gave them an awful time here that night. They tortured them very badly. They riddled them with bullets. Their bodies were riddled with bullets. Their heads were battered in. And McKee had a wound from the chest down to the stomach. They say he was bayoneted before he died. And Dan Green said that the 3 of them died from incredible torture and ill treatment. Now, that's what we're commemorating today.